Welcome back, awesome action toy fans and subscribers. I'm going to review today Star Wars The Black Series Second Sister Inquisitor. This is from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Now, I buy Star Wars figures that I like because I like the character or I think the figure is particularly cool. And I love Star Wars Rebels. Now, this is not Seventh Sister from Star Wars Rebels. It's Second Sister from Jedi Fallen Order, as I said. But it's as close as I can get for now. And she does look really, really cool inside there. Box, good, nice artwork as we expect. On the back, a vengeful warrior of the Empire tasked with tracking down Jedi survivors. The Second Sister Inquisitor is driven by her all-encompassing hatred of the Order. I really hope they do a Seventh Sister and Fifth Brother and the Grand Inquisitor, blah, 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 to add to my Rebels collection. But for now, she will do. Let me open her up and see what she's like. Just a bit more tape there. Okay. Now I've got quite a lot of Star Wars Black Series stuff, but only started opening up very recently. So you only get to see my, I'm in the 6-inch scale. You only get to see my Mandalorian figure reviews, and I'll show up in sister videos as we go along, and some of the smaller scale stuff. But when I do get my back to UK, because I'm in China at the moment, I will be opening up my Rebel stuff as well and reviewing for you guys to see and get my thoughts on and see what you guys think too. Okay, she looks really, really good. Cape's got a bit of weight, so one has going to overbalance her. Not that flexible either. And then little face masks here as well. Right, how's this? Okay, so for her sort of lightsaber thingy, you've got to pick it up, and then it looks like you've got to pull it out. There we go. Does it come into the blades? Ooh, that's quite nice. The blades spin around in their socket. They don't actually come out into separate into two, but never mind. These little, I guess, shoulder pads. It says left and right. I was going to say, I thought they were for the face mask for a second, but since it says left and right, I'm assuming they're for her shoulders. Okay, let's pop her out. Or let's not pop her out. She has got a band keeping her in that I can see, which I just missed. Okay, let's put that out first. And they make this quite tight. Okay, that is out. Okay, so she can have, let's have a look. She can have either the coat going on, which I think looks really rather, the cloak rather cool. Not she, look, she's automatically in tiptoes coming out of the box. And she's got some really, really stiff ankle joints. In fact, I'm not comfortable straightening those out. I'm going to hot water treat them in a minute and come back. So she's got this really nice cape, which looks great, which we can obviously take off. We have the shoulder blades. It says right and left. Is that her right or our right? I assume it's hers. That we can put on as well. I wonder why it's right and left. Surely they're just mirror image identical. Should make a difference, really. I would have thought, unless they differently shaped at the front and the back. Oh, not easy to put on with her head, I have to say. Okay, there's one. I can see he's going to really interfere with her articulation in her head. Or maybe not. Okay, that's with the shoulder pads. But if you've got the shoulder pads on, can we put the cloak on? Ugh. Yeah, you can, but I just popped the shoulder pad off them in trying to do that. They are nice. It's nice to have and now that one comes off. It's nice to have that option, that choice. We're going to do it with the pads and no cloak, or pads and cloak, or just the cloak. But honestly, if you prefer these, I'd be tempted to glue them on or use something a bit tacky, maybe a little bit of blue tack to keep them in place. Okay, I am going to look at articulation. In fact, look at these legs. Do they actually? She's in like the maximum tippy toe position as she comes out of the box. So let's look at this first. So feet, she gets a pretty good tippy toes. The feet swivel like this. There is a thigh twist. There's no boot twist, and there's no ankle twist. Oh yeah, that's not good. Okay, so I am gonna put this in hot water and I will be back. Okay, I'm back. I've hot water treated the ankles. They now go flat, and she should be able to stand up. Embarrassing like that. How dare you? Okay, there we go. Okay, but she's leaning at an angle. I'll look at that in a second. Okay, so she gets a really, really good tippy toes, and those ankles are really stiff, as we saw. Going on to the dorsal flexation, or as the Michael Jackson, that's like, wow, look at that. It's like a human bullet with that shaped head, it's like a novelty condom. Okay, really, really good on that. And the swivel, as we said, she has double kneecaps, really thin legs, so she should get quite tight, and her clothing here should not get in the way of the double knee bend, but we're on the backwards on the hips. Let's see. Look at that. You can't ask for any tighter. That is really quite something else. Really, really good. Hips I'm worried about because of the cloak here. In fact, see if I can fold this up. The clothes rather, not the cloak. Okay, so I can show you her booty. Woo! Okay, so forwards. That's pretty good. Gets to 90 degrees. A lot of them don't. Outwards, yeah, it's all right. But with the feet, she can get to a flat-footed position on the outwards. Like thus, which is cool. Backwards, get her feet flat first. Backwards, there is a slight motion only. Not bad. Okay, okay, she does have waist and trunk, so she can turn side to side. She can have a little bit forwards, tiny forwards, backwards, a tiny side to side. Shoulders. She gets to the 180. Biceps is a single bicep joint, but her arms are skinny, so hopefully she should get, yeah, look at that. Over 90 degrees on both hands, which is cool. On the hands, there's a bicep turn, there's a wrist turn. There is no hand joints that I can see. Or maybe there is, won't it? Okay. She has right hand joint doing this, a gun joint, and the left hand should be the opposite. Yeah, left hand is this way, but the joints are quite stiff, so I'm not going to force them too much unless I hot water treat them first. Pretty cool. Okay, and then the head looks left, looks right, looks down, looks up, side to side. Pretty cool. Quite easy to pop it off, and then you could stick on the shoulder pads more easily, I'd imagine. Give it a quick bash now, without hot water. No, I'm going to hot water that if I'm going to do that, because that's the stiff than I would have liked. If I look at the shoulder pads one more time. Okay, I'll try the left and the right reverse this time, so it's our left. Will that fit in? Let's have a look. Oh, that seems to be tighter. and then our right, not her left, her right. That could be as simple as that. Let me see. So the first one went far easier that time, but this one is still not very tight. Okay. Looks pretty cool like this too. Though she's not standing up straight, it appears that maybe she has one leg. No, maybe it's just the feet posing. You see that she's leaning over to the right. Both feet are flat, so it does appear that maybe one leg is slightly longer than the other. See if I can confirm that. Sometimes you pull, you can even it. Okay. Still leaning over. Even if I lean her body to the left, you can see it's leaning to the left, that she still leans to the right when she's standing, which is a real shame because it's such a nice looking figure. Bit disappointing that. Okay, can I pop on a cloak with the shoulder pads now? Yeah, I think I can, but I think they'll probably pop off again, but let's see. Yeah, you can, but it's not going to stay on as well since the pads are smooth. And the cloak does have the same connecting notches inside, which you can maybe just about see here and here to fit into her shoulders. I prefer the cloak look, but it's less dynamic for posing. Okay, how does she hold her lightsaber? Cool. Her hands are not made for this. I mean, really, look how those fingers are almost connected. Can you see that there? And on this hand too. So you have to pry them apart quite a lot to get that handle, fingers around the handle. And I don't like bending my action figure fingers unless they're quite rubbery. She should hold his left hand, it'd be easier. Right hand is very, very tight. In fact, way too tight for my liking. So I'd be tempted to open up the left hand as I've done. Now it's loosened up a little bit. There we go. Sort of a semi-action pose. Now she's having a bit of a hard time to balance. All right, let's try that. The legs slightly more forwards and slightly more. There we go. Pretty good. I do like her. In fact, she can probably have the cloak on as well. So let's just stick the cloak on her. And she should be able to maintain that pose. But the cloak now adds more weight. But also adds as an extra balance point. So just using the cloak to stand up there. Okay, let's see how she compares to some other Black Series figures. I will use Heavy Infantry Mandalorian because he's big. And I will use Cara Dune from the Mandalorian because she's also female. Okay, so heavy duty, or heavy infantry rather, Mandalorian. Like, he's tall enough, his legs like this, he's just massive. I straighten him out. He's huge. If I get Cara Dune, if you want to pronounce it. And she is, let's put her next to so we can see. Uh-oh. She is slightly shorter than second sister, but she doesn't have a helmet on. But they do compare very, very well. I do like this figure a lot. I just think it's a shame that, I don't know, I just feel like the articulation is not quite as good as it could have been. It feels like she could stand up a lot easier, or be a lot easier to pose and keep her balance. And plus, you know, that appears to be one leg longer than the other. If I make both the knees perfectly straight, maybe I should do that first before I say they're longer. Make the feet the same. Yeah, she's still, that should be straight, but she's still going over to her left. Aesthetics, really good. Articulation, okay, apart from that one leg being along the other. Not so easy to stand, and her grip's too tight in her right hand really to be holding that, unless you want to hot water treat those fingers and bend them quite a lot, because that, if you can see from this angle here maybe, they are really, really quite tight. And you've got to bend them a lot to to physically hold this, which is a shame. Great looking figure though, and I am glad I added it to my collection, but I do hope they release a proper 7th sister figure in the future, and 5th brother and the Grand Inquisitor, blah blah blah, which I all have anyway in smaller, the 3.75 to 1/18 scale, but I'd like to get them in a bigger scale too. Let's get her cloak on properly. Oh, and I can't get the cloak on. Oh, it's all going wrong for me today. Okay. Okay, cloak is on. Figure is probably not going to stand for me now. Oh, stop. I tell a lie. And then she stands up. Okay, this is the 2nd sister from Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Looks amazing. Articulation's okay. But something feels a little bit off about it. But I do like it a lot. Okay, this is Awesome Action Toys signing out, saying please like, share and subscribe. I'll be back to more Awesome Action Toy videos for you. Thank you. Stay happy, keep collecting, okay? Bye-bye.